For one reason or another, the altcoins in the crypto space whose tokens are priced under $1 tend to attract a lot of new investors and bring them into the space. And that's for a few different reasons. People tend to like the idea of owning more coins and tokens versus those that are priced above $1, that are priced in the hundreds, the thousands, the tens of thousands of dollars. But you need to be more discriminating than just that. There are plenty of other criteria that you should also be on the lookout for. Because as with any other coin, the fundamental of a project need to be in order, regardless of where its price is. That is exactly what we did. My team and I applied that judicious legwork to specifically altcoins that are currently under $1. And it is our opinion that during this bull run, these sub $1 projects are going to far exceed that mark and hit new all-time highs in the process. So we are counting down 5 of our favorite under $1 altcoins that you ought to consider adding to your portfolio. Welcome to the channel. My name is Matty and this is Altcoin Buzz. Best of luck to you if you choose to invest, whether it's into these 5 projects, whether it's into other altcoins in the space. Either way, I wish you well. Just keep in mind that I'm not a financial or investment advisor, and as such, this video is not official financial or investment advice. All right, so we begin here at number 1 with GOMINING. Ticker, GOMINING, G-O-M-I-N-I-N-G. And this is a project that does exactly what the name is telling you. You go mining Bitcoin. But instead of having to install and maintain expensive hardware, you only need to own an NFT. So with this approach, GoMining makes mining Bitcoin much easier. GoMining offers 9 data centers around the world, and these centers do the actual mining. They're the ones doing the computations and the hard work. And these centers actually have some pretty impressive data to boast. So let's have a look here. 111,597 NFTs are already sold. 3.9 million is the amount of terahashes or power sold. 2,362 are already mined, 51,297 NFT holders, and 21,751 GoMining token holders. Now, currently you can choose between over 950 NFTs, plus an additional 2,230 on the secondary market. And these NFTs also come with a certain power, let's call it. And in this context, it probably comes as no surprise that this higher power equates to more mining power. Furthermore, you can start earning the day after you buy one of the available NFTs, meaning there's no need to wait to get your hardware set up and get underway. These NFTs represent the liquid Bitcoin hash rate, or LBH. And what's really nice is the low entry cost here. The NFTs start with a price point around $30. Getting started is pretty easy. It requires 4 simple steps. First of all, you create a GoMining account. Secondly, create your NFT miner. Third, choose the power. The more power here, the higher the return. And then fourth, and finally, link your BTC wallet, which allows you to receive rewards. In case you're more interested in the GoMining token itself, it has a current price as I record of about 33.5 cents with a market cap of $141 million. Furthermore, all tokens are already in circulation, which is very healthy as far as an indicator for tokenomics. That's something that we like to see. We always look for that. So it is certainly an innovative project and represents an easy and convenient way to get your fingers on Bitcoin and get your hands involved in the BTC mining space. You can register right here with our deal. I'll include this link in the description below. If you click on it, you're going to get 5% off the first purchase with the code ALTBUZZ. That's ALTBUZZ. Next up, and at number 2 here, is a perennial favorite of the channel, Polygon and MATIC, M-A-T-I-C. We consider ourselves to be old friends, really. We at Altcoin Buzz have always had a soft spot for MATIC. And if you remember last year, 2023 for Polygon, it almost seems like there wasn't a single week that went by when they were not in the spotlight. Big news announcements, major partnerships, all kinds of exciting stuff going on, very dynamic as far as building on the fundamentals. Everything just happened in such a rush and it was incessant. It just kept coming. The positivity just kept coming when it came to Polygon and the MATIC token. That's quieted down a little bit, quite a bit if I'm going to be honest. And as a result, MATIC right now is under $1. The current price of MATIC sits at 67.5 cents. Which is about 75% away from its all-time high back in December of 2021. That was $2.92. But even at a current market cap of over $2 billion, I'm not at all concerned about achieving new all-time highs. I think that's almost a certainty when it comes to this project. And really that's because Polygon still has so much to offer. So for example, as you probably know, the token is changing from MATIC to POL. I guess the ticker I should say. So from MATIC to POL. And you can use this new token for all Polygon chains. And then rebranding of their network ecosystem to Polygon 2.0 is going to mean new chains, besides the existing POS, proof of stake chain. So for example, ZK EVM, which uses ZK rollups and offers transactions at very low costs, and Maiden, which offers privacy-preserving dApps. The Ethereum Denkun upgrade may give a 2x, possibly a 5x reduction in transaction fees. So really there's plenty of exciting news that's playing out at Polygon. A little bit less dramatic and sensational than last year, but everything seems to be set for a positive bull run for Polygon, for MATIC, and I guess I should say POL, P-O-L, and its larger ecosystem. Okay, next up, and at number 3, we're looking here at ONDO Finance, ticker ONDO, which as a project wants to bridge the gap between TradFi and blockchain technology. It wants to bring DeFi yields in reach of everyone, really, and it does this by creating a risk-isolated and fixed yield set of loans. It backs these loans with yield-generating crypto assets. But furthermore, ONDO also mingles in the tokenization of RWAs, or real-world assets. So for example, it has its own stablecoin, that's USDY. It also offers OUSG, which gives you exposure to US treasuries. However, the difference here is that they're on-chain. ONDO also has its own Flux protocol. This is their lending and borrowing marketplace for stablecoins. You lend stablecoins and receive F stables. In turn, you can use these F stables in the DeFi space, and their ONDO token governs this protocol. Besides these two tokens, it also has its native ONDO, ONDO token, which, by the way, launched in January this year. Its current price sits at 80 cents with a market cap of $1.14 billion. However, out of their 10 billion tokens, here's the thing, only 1.4 billion circulate. So that's not ideal, but nevertheless, its current price is only about 20% or so away from its all-time high. It reached that pretty recently, actually, a few weeks ago in March. So all in all, ONDO does seem to be marching forward and upward. It makes me wonder how long it's going to take for ONDO to break that $1 barrier again. I suspect it won't take all that much time.
And so if this market pulls back hard under this level and then consolidates and comes back, we're likely to sell and stall.
At number 4 here, we're looking at Oasis Network, ticker ROSE, R-O-S-E. And with this project, we're moving now specifically into privacy. This is a layer 1 chain that also uses AI, artificial intelligence, and Oasis has already been around actually since December 2020. It is a very scalable chain that's also interoperable. It also has a layered architecture, and by that I mean that it has two main architectural components. There's a consensus layer, which uses POS for consensus. This layer is also scalable, by the way, and offers high throughput. And decentralized validator nodes run this layer. But then there's also the paratime layer, aka the compute layer. These are independent computing environments. It's the second layer of the network, and it exists in parallel. Anybody can build these paratime layers. It's flexible and allows devs to run either EVM or WASM virtual machines. They can also design them as permissioned or permissionless systems, and as a result, they offer a balance between privacy, performance, and security. The current price of ROSE right now sits at about 8.6 cents with a market cap of $576 million. The token is up a good 50-60% over the last year. However, it's still 83% down, more actually a little bit, versus its all-time high of 59.73 cents. That was from over 2 years ago. But so far, L1 chains and privacy have not yet gone ballistic. That may be about to change, at least in the case of this project. They're doing a lot of the fundamentals very, very well. Last but not least here at number 5, we're looking at Golem, ticker GLM, which brings us into the DePIN realm and computing power. It kind of works like other successful projects that rent out GPU power. So for example, we have Render, we have Akash, those are perhaps more familiar names, but anyone with excess GPU power can rent it out and get rewards in exchange for doing so. So If you want to develop dApps, let's say, on Golem, you need the GLM token. This allows you to pay for the extra GPU that you need, and you're also going to need MATIC to pay for gas fees. Now, as you may know, AI is one of the verticals that is constantly needed. There's a huge demand for AI when it comes to GPU capacity and power, and that means there's going to be a continuous demand for these GPU services. Many times when I talked about DePIN, I also mentioned the DePIN flywheel. This crypto sector looks like it's not going to stop growing anytime soon. And as a nice bonus that not a lot of people realize, Golem is actually a veteran in the space. It's been around since 2017. It's just recently that it's renamed its token to GLM. The current price of GLM sits at 52 cents with a market cap of $519 million. All of its tokens are already in circulation, which is nice. Its all-time high was $1.32. That was 7 years ago. But with DePIN and AI really being on fire right now and continuing to expand, I do not see why it couldn't surpass that mark in the fairly near-term future.